Hello, I have the first small batch IPA released from Cambridge Brewing Company. So you may have had their Flower Child IPAs in 6-packs. I believe that one has been produced at the Wachusett Brewing Company along with some other beers from them for a couple years now. But those ones, I guess they're based on recipes from the Cambridge Brewing Company brew pub. But they're not that interesting. They're fine. Not that great. So this one was actually brewed at Wormtown Brewery, and they can make some pretty good IPAs there. It's called The Fog That Surrounds. So at the actual brew pub for at least a year now, CBC has been trying their hand at the hazy juicy IPA stuff. I've had some really good ones from them, and they finally made a triple dry hopped New England style double IPA, what everyone wants. And this was canned on the 20th of February, so that was less than 2 weeks ago. 8% alcohol. It uses a lot of different stuff. It uses Massachusetts grown barley, but also plenty of oats, wheat, and rye, adding to complex sort of graininess and also some mouthfeel. And it's triple dry hopped with loads of Citra plus Nelson and Mosaic. But I had one of these and I was really surprised by how great it was, because when they've made this at the brew pub, it seems like it gets varied in quality, sometimes not really been hazy at all. As you'll see, this one is super hazy and I liked it quite a bit. And it's not that expensive. It's around $15 a 4-pack at most places, but for the quality and the intensity and the hop experience of this, it's like as good as, you know, all those $20 4-packs that you buy of this same style. And you can see it's not murky, but the head looks really nice. And they definitely didn't just like use Wormtown's yeast and style of IPA brewing. They definitely brought their own little tweaks to the New England IPA that I think is really good. Nice soapy head on top. Looks like it's gonna hang out for a while. And it's full of that really juicy, sweet Citra character that I love in beers, where like the yeast just seems to bring out a little bit of a juicy fruit quality, but it stands back and just lets the really like passion fruit, pineapple, and orange, sweet orange creamsicle come out in the aroma. It's just really nice. It reminds me a little bit of the Notch Vol Project New England IPA, which that one was all Citra. This, it seems like it's primarily Citra. I'm not getting much Nelson. Maybe the Mosaics helping to put in some of that peach ring quality, just to make it a really wide array of tropical and stone fruits in here. And when you really inhale, it smells very nectary. It smells like it almost is gonna have some mouth-watering tart qualities, like you might get from actually drinking fruit juice. Yeah, definitely passion fruit, almost guava, and peach. Really nice big aroma. Pretty full body, pretty sweet. Then it seems like a little bit of a crisp Nelson comes in there, adding in some nice like almost green pepper, not quite. After a few sips, maybe I'll get more of that. But it's pretty much the same as the aroma. I guess it's a little bit spicier. Maybe some more citrus qualities come in there. Yeah, and there's a touch of that Mosaic kind of plasticky peach ring thing that I always get. That's why, I don't know, I'm not always a huge fan of Mosaic, but it's really subtle in here. It's a really awesome hop combo, and this is pretty similar to some of the best Trillium double IPAs I've had. Maybe somewhere in between Trillium and Bissell Brothers. I mean, those are both really similar breweries, I feel like, except Bissell Brothers always has little bit nicer appearance than had in their beers. And you can see I've got some lacing on here, despite all that dry hopping. We got some nice head retention. Yeah, that is really, really, really good. Probably the best double IPA I've gotten for $15 a 4-pack. I think Hot Butcher, some of their stuff was a little bit cheaper. I think that in the Midwest, their double IPAs are usually $15, but things are a little cheaper there. And I also don't like those as much. This one is just clean enough. The yeast doesn't kind of pull it in a weird, I don't know, too phenolic or estery manner. There are definitely a lot of yeast esters in here, but it's really just mixing in with the hops super well. It's not like a Belgian IPA type thing. I'm not getting any off flavors in the finish. Just noticing a little heat in the throat. Nicely carbonated, but I don't think it's too carbonated. Yeah, and it gets more towards a really, really fresh squeezed orange juice thing when you drink a little bit and get your nose deep in there. Yeah, that's nice. The feel, it's pretty thick, but I'm not getting any unpleasant chalky burn or anything like that. I'm not tasting any gypsum from the added calciums. They just nailed this and they knocked it out of the park. I think the only other time they've done the tall cans at Wormtown was for their pumpkin beer last year, which I didn't get, but they just nailed this out of the park. Once again, I really, really like this beer. Highly, highly recommend it. I would give it close to a 4.75. It is very, very, very nice. So look for this. And I think it's not going to move off shelves too fast because it doesn't have the hype. People still don't know how great Cambridge Brewing Company is. They master every style, but you have to go to the brew pub to actually taste a lot of them. But this is very, very highly recommended. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this, and it just bursts with lots of awesome juicy citra. That's it. Bye.